Check this out before we begin.
I did have to mention, though, is can Greenville, once it gets to playoff time, compete with teams like Lancaster? Now, Lancaster, I'm not saying this is like a huge deal because Greenville did only lose by 4 to Gray Collegiate. Lancaster did beat Gray, only by 3, though. So, can they compete with Lancaster, though, when the time comes? Right now, Lancaster. And we back. Welcome back to another episode of the Get Buggies podcast, powered by Harwooding Basketball. I'm your host, Musa Marathi. Let's talk Lancaster versus Greenville. Now, by the time this is being uploaded, it should be Friday, which means the game is tonight. And I'm going to just start it off talking about Greenville, man. These teams, first off, before I even begin, these teams, I've been talking about it for a while. You should have seen it in the clip before, but they match up very well together. And Greenville, they got dogs. They have dogs. Greenville is 26-2 on the season so far. Only losses are to Gray and Westside. And the Gray loss was very close, only by 4. Westside, they did lose by 20, but they also beat them by 22. But besides that, have been doing really well all season. I have here that they have made it to the third round 4 out of the last 5 years. And the only year they didn't make it was last year, in which they lost to AC Flora in the second round. Some players that you got to be on the lookout for tonight. Of course, All-State guard Elijah Jones started at Legacy, I think his first 2 years, transferred to Riverside last year. This year has been a very good player, steady, consistent player for Greenville at the guard position. Knocks down threes, handles the ball, and just has been playing really well. Had 31 the other night against Catawba Ridge in the third round comeback. We don't know the all-region players yet. They have not posted them yet, but Isaiah Mosley, the other senior guard, has been playing really well lately. I think he had over 20 against Greer or close to it. And I've seen him as well. I believe he had 25 in the game that they lost to Gray Collegiate, which I was in attendance at. And he's been doing very well. Didn't get a bunch of minutes last year, but really playing well this year, shooting the ball very well as well, and just really consistent and efficient, honestly. Can finish at the rim, do all that you need out of a solid guard, a lefty as well. Next, we have Bryson Drummond. I want to mention first sophomore I'm going to be talking about. Bryson Drummond, also probably point guard, shooting guard for their team. They can all handle the ball, but just a leader out there, just getting the groove into the team. A vocal leader is what I was looking for. Vocal leader, always talking, trying to get under the other team's skin. Like I said, they got dogs, plays football, quarterback for Greenville. So, he likes to play tough, likes to play hard. And his teammate, Romani Bruton, they've been playing together forever. So they got chemistry. Romani really just has moved to more of a tough nose player. Does the little things really well, such as getting offensive rebounds that lead to points, getting rebounds when they need to be, playing really tough defense, and plays his role very well, just doing all the little things that the team needs. Another sophomore for them. The last guy in their starting five I want to mention, Raymond Cooley, the sophomore who transferred in from Belton Honeypath. Been playing really well this season as, I believe, mainly the starting center. Not very big, but, has the height and has the verticality and plays hard, Another lefty for him. Can shoot a little bit. He knocks down middies. Every time I watch him, he gets an and one and plays with a chip on his shoulder for sure. Some guys I want to talk about on the bench real quick. Raymond Whitner, real tough player. Another big man for him. Usually subs in for Raymond whenever he needs a break, but Ramon, just a tough player, also plays football, another sophomore for them, and I believe he might be a lefty as well. They got a plethora of those on the team. But moving on, Cam Smith and Arquise White Arquise, another lefty, the two freshmen that really come in and give them a boost, have still been getting minutes, I've heard, in even the playoffs. So I'm looking to see how they'll do tonight as well in the game against Lancaster. But moving on to Lancaster, I haven't gotten to see them play. They are a little ways away from where I stay, but they got dogs too. 26-3 on the season. One thing I did see is that they did lose to Catawba Ridge the last time they played. Catawba Ridge being the team that Greenville played in the playoffs last. But they did beat them the first time and just have been doing well all throughout the season nonetheless. As well lost in the second seed to Travelers Rest, who has moved down to 3A. But let's talk about these players, man. Grayson Kirk, two-time All-State player, his junior and his senior season this year, can shoot, good defense, handles the ball as a guard, and can finish in transition really well. A lot of his points I see come off steals, which can lead into easy buckets for himself or transition or just easy transition buckets. And, that's always beneficial. And another guy that we got to talk about, they actually did put out their all-region players. So I'm able to talk about mainly just their all-region guys. Another all-region guy being Jai Gladden, who is also a senior. Really good at getting downhill and can handle the ball. I didn't know if he was a guard or forward position, but nonetheless, he can really finish at the rim, can knock down open looks, and just a dog all around, gets steals, and does all the little things. And the real scrappy one on the team, a junior, Ladarius Cloud, their point guard, really gets under the opponent's skin on the other opponent's main ball handler being the point guard, which Greenville, I can't exactly say who their main ball handler is since they have so many, but really tries to target a specific player and is just really good on the defensive end, leading him to easy buckets or creating buckets for his teammates. A real scrappy guard as a junior. And then the other guy I wanted to talk about being Jordan Walford, a sophomore, one of the highest ranked sophomores in South Carolina. Pretty tall as well. I'd say probably around 6'4" at this point. Can shoot, knock down open looks, finish at the rim, and honestly kind of has a underrated creation for other players. And I mean, can play defense, plays very hard, and plays as if he has a chip on his shoulder. And I mean, that's Lancaster, man. Those are their four guys right now. I did see they also have some other guys, but I mean, these are the main ones really making it work right now. And I mean, this game should be real fun to watch nonetheless. And I can't wait to see how it goes tonight at Bob Jones University in the Upper State 4A championship. And until next time, until after we see who wins, this is the Get Buckets podcast signing off. Peace.